Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Hey, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Oh, boy. I was just rolling in the spirit doing a video. And, nothing worse than, deleting your own stuff. You know what happens is, storage. Before I get started, all praises, honor, and glory to our Father, Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. B'Hashem Rakakwadash, our Heavenly Father, our only begotten Son of the Father, and our Deliverer, and the Rakakwadash is our Holy Spirit that gives us this power, wisdom, and knowledge to push out these biblical truths in these deceptive, wicked times we live in. Perilous. So, I gotta roll up my window. These people are coming. Damn. I had a good message going. And the Lord was really working with me. And then what happens is sometimes it cuts you off because there's not enough storage, right? So it cut me off after 25 minutes. And I went in and I started deleting stuff. And I actually deleted the video. Damn it. So it's going to be a little different than the last one, and we'll see if the Lord can, Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai can work with me like he was in that last video. So, I'm going to get right to it. Yesterday I went to a funeral for one of my friends, one of my high school friends. And, you know, when someone dies, a lot of times you'll go to a service and it's really depressing and people are crying a lot and sad and it's some awful thing. It wasn't that way yesterday. It was actually edifying and soul building, because my friend Randy Buzo or Buzzo, people say it both ways, I guess. I like Buzo, but we'd always make fun of his name because he liked to party, so he was either Buzo, like drinking booze, or Buzzo, like buzzed. So either way worked for me. It's like he liked to get his party on. But the man was so kind and generous hearted and loving. I think everyone was grateful. His family, his friends. I think a lot of us were grateful just that we were able to see that type of human in this world. He was a really sweet, kind-hearted human being. And it wasn't a sad day. I mean, it's always sad when, like for me, there's a sadness in a... there goes Horn Guy again. He's a fucking weirdo. Horn Guy. The thing that makes me cry is when he starts reading Psalm 23, because, you know, the grace and the love that Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai has for us, that grace and love is amazing. And it makes you want to cry because we turned our backs on him, and he put us in some hard positions here in the last 500 years. The Yasharala, the Native Americans, Negroes, Latinos and West Indians. Really hard times. If you can imagine being in the hot sun, picking cotton all day, having your wife and kids yanked from you, coming over on slave ships, pretty much floating in feces for weeks at a time, being pushed over a log and sodomized by one of a few despicable, dastardly Edomites, slave owners, things like that. When he gave these Edomites their blessing, he really put the curses on us. But those curses are being lifted off now, and it almost felt yesterday like a victory lap, like our people are going home to get ready to have a new reality, a new home, a new kingdom of peace, a kingdom of love and righteousness and order, not this fucking junkyard, this disorder. So part of the last video I went into, I was doing a pretty good job at it too. I'm kind of bummed, man. I screwed up, but here I am continuing. I'm going to do it again. So what's that part's done. I loved Randy, and I looked back on some of the pictures, and it brought back realizations of who he was, who I am in that group, where I came from. There were pictures of my old neighborhood, and just seeing pictures of Randy in that neighborhood was peaceful, and it made me feel proud in a way that me and my friends did our own thing in our own way, and we were courageous and fun-loving and inclusive, you might say. And now the world is so not inclusive, and that's a good jumping off point for where I'm going with this. Is from what's the word I've heard out on the streets. Word on the street is that some of these ways we're saying things, fake book has been talking about it a lot. This information that people are putting out that may not be true or whatever. So they're cracking down on it because they're pushing their agenda, and they don't want any pushback. They want everyone to, and that's the point I was trying to make. And instead of getting drugged out back with the boys because you got tricked by the representative from LA, Miss Waters, we can't use the, you can't say, so you think you can dance, that show. You can't watch that show anymore. It's got to be another show or another story. So instead of that, we're going to go to the prom. We're going to go to the prom with Chubby Checker. Is basically going to be the same thing for now until they catch on to that. So if you're taking the 1-2, you're going to the prom, or you're going to see Chubby Checker. You're doing the twist. Do the twist. So, because what's going to happen is, see, if they weren't scared of I mean, if it was all true, they wouldn't be worried about that. They'd let people be as crazy as they want. But we know something's up. We don't know what it is, but something's up. So that being said, I've been meditating on that, and I think it can't ever be what they say. And even if people are coming up with the same theme, if you go to the prom, you're safe. And people will say, no. If you go to the prom, you're gonna run into Lou Reed, and you're gonna end up in the back alley with getting beat up or taken out. Lou Reed's gonna take you out to the back. Just stay in the hall and do the twist, and you'll be all right. That might end up being true. See, and where a lot of people are saying the opposite. If you do the twist and you go to the prom, you're going to end up in the back with Lou Reed in the alley. But these devils are smarter than that. It's probably looking around two corners instead of just one. You could imagine that they actually, if you go to the prom, maybe you are safe, and they're gonna have another dance or another. I shouldn't have said that. They're gonna have another. What would you call it? They're going to have another virant that will actually take you out if you didn't go to the prom and you didn't do the twist, chubby checker style. So what we might be seeing is, I've been looking for this thing for a year and a half. I haven't found it anywhere. So the fact that they're making it such a big deal, I would feel a lot better if I just got it and got sicker than hell. Then I would know that at least something's real about it. But from what I can tell, I see people everywhere. There's no one. They say a bunch of people dropped. I see people everywhere. I don't see anyone scared. I haven't seen shit. So anyway, I had all these scriptures out on deception. And the way I was rolling through it in the first video was really cool. The Lord had me hitting them at just the right time after the stuff I was saying. And it wasn't planned that way. It just came out that way. So I'm just going to hit a couple of them. And Salakia brothers, if this isn't the video that I wanted to put up, I'm going to do my best to make some points about deception. And I kind of lost my inspiration and momentum. So, Salakia for that. I know I probably sound really, really screwed up right now because it sounds that way to me. 2 Thessalonians. I'll just get in the scriptures. That usually straightens everything out. The word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Hopefully I have plenty of storage now. If things get rolling, I can, do something. It's not easy doing this sometimes, every day. Trying to bring things out to edify the church and to the congregation. So, here we go. 2 Thessalonians 2, 10 and 11. to 10. Okay. I'll start it. This is some good stuff. I should probably go all the way back. Verse 5. Remember, it reads, remember you not that when I was with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. So what he's talking about there is this man is having his skirt lifted. We're seeing through his plans, his ploys, his plots. And now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. He's been being held back by these four angels that are standing on the four corners. And now that these death angels are going to be let loose and judgment's coming, his deceptions aren't going to work like they used to. This man used to be able to say whatever the fuck he wanted, man, and people would just eat it up. And there's still a lot of people that are way asleep because the Lord doesn't want them to be woken up. He's setting them up. He's putting them in a trick bag so he can tear them a new asshole for fucking following these devils. 7, for the mystery of iniquity does already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So he who letteth, that's Yahushua. He's letting them do what they have to do so the prophecy can be fulfilled. And we see it popping off. Some of the men say it's popping like popcorn. If you know prophecy, you know that these famines that are coming, these seditions of men, I mean, I can go on and on. They're having these major floods in Europe. They're having major floods in China. What else is going on? They killed that President Moisi in Haiti. Cuba's going crazy. Australia's on full lockdown. UK is France. I mean, these are the last days. You don't have to be a fucking Bible scholar to see these things. If you just pay attention, you would say there's something biblical going on. Verse 8, and it reads of 2 Thessalonians 2, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh power shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay, consume with the spirit of his mouth. I'm going to check that out because I'm pretty sure he means prophecy. I don't know if they're going to say it means prophecy, but that's what my spirit tells me. 8. Destroy with the spirit of his mouth is his breath. So, same thing. The breath, we have the breath of life. We have the breath of not death. We have the breath of life. So when we use our breath to prophesy, the truth, the word of truth is going to destroy this devil. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. That's the deception. Signs and lying wonders. He's using his media. That's his signpost. That's his divination, his witchcraft. It's, what do they call it? Hypnotizing. It's bewitching. It's confusion. It's chaos. It's false. Talk about incorrect info. He's the master of it. So that's why we have to come up with all these codes, because he hates when we do the same thing back to him. He's like, no, that's my realm. He's true. Deception is his realm, and to get us to fight like that is for us it's kind of like fighting dirty, but at this point the Lord's saying, do what you got to do, because he's going to take this word away. And if you're not hearing it now and you're not getting it now, when it goes back to Amos. I need to get that scripture. I think it's in 8:12 or something like that. There's going to be a famine of the word where you're not going to be able to hear someone read the Bible to you. If you don't have your own Bible and you don't understand it, good luck with all that. You might as well just use it for firewood. And with all deceivableness, I didn't know that was a word, deceivableness. Let's look that up. Unrighteous deception. 2 Thessalonians, verse 10, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Do you love the truth? Do you love Hbsc? Because he is the truth, the way, and the life. Do you love that? Do you love truth? Are you willing to stand for truth? Big question. You know why I tell you the truth about me and about my buddies and about my life? You know why? Because I could give a fuck what you think about me. It's what Hbsc knows about me. So anything you humans do to me, it's a joke. It's a junkyard ploy. It's a deceivableness of unrighteousness. I don't claim to be good. I just claim to be saved by Yahweh's power. So there's that. Let's see what else we got. Thessalonians, man, that's some good New Testament prophecy here. Verse 11. And for this cause, Slakia brothers, and for this cause Yahweh power shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Lies, 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 yeah. Do, 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 do. Lies, 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 yeah. Do, 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 do. We're in the midst of deceivableness of righteousness like you wouldn't believe. We don't know if we're supposed to go to the prom or not. By now, they have us so confused with wax on, wax off. I like that one. I think that one might hold for a while. You know what I'm talking about. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Fucking utter fucking chaos and confusion. It's just a diaper for your mug. And this is what I was talking about. See how Hbsc says that? I'll read it through 11 and 12 so you can get the gist of what I had just said a minute ago in Paul's own words. Verse 11, and for this cause Yahweh power shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie, yeah. That they might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So this sleepy-headedness that the Lord's angels are putting over these people, they're falling right into this devil's trap, and that's where the Lord wants them. It says so right there. And for this cause Yahweh power shall send them strong delusion. Yahweh power's doing this. He's in control of all of it. Not some of it, all of it. And when you can grasp that and say, he's got a plan, all I have to do is follow the plan, not QAnon, fucking Hbsc-anon. He's got the plan. Stick with the plan. The plan is stick by him and be saved, or wander around in this junkyard looking for something you can use and be destroyed, that they might be damned who believed not the truth and had pleasure in unrighteousness. you're gonna get a fucking missile right up your patooey hole. Those ICBM missiles, and if those miss, here come the chariots with the concentrated laser beams. Bzz, done, bzz, done, bzz. It's gonna be like a bug zapper. Gonna be here. I have a feeling I'm gonna be walking along and I'm gonna be seeing people get zapped, and it's gonna sound like a bug zapper. I'll be like, what? Because it says 10,000 will fall at your left hand and 100,000 at your right, or paraphrasing. The men of the Lord are going to watch a lot of this shenanigans go on, where Yahushua comes back and just drops these people like bugs in a bug zapper. Don't go to the prom. Get your back up off the wall. Chubby checker. Don't do it. So, I don't think I need to say much more on deception. I think I can hit a couple more just because I love. Let's see what I got. 26. I was just starting to have fun. I'll probably do a two-parter on this. I'm finding out that 30 minutes of edification and exhortation and exaltation to Yahweh power, it's really not enough to get the point across. Colossians, one of my favorite books, Colossians 2:8. It's not a very long book, but it's a very powerful book that Paul wrote to the Colossians. Very loving, respectful, and what would you call it? They were disciplined. They were fairly disciplined church with a lot of love. I forgot what their problem was. I think they were getting some pretty heavy persecution, and that's why. That's how Paul knew that they were doing the right thing, because they were having a lot of opposition. If the Spirit is leading me the right way, verse 2 or chapter 2, verse 8 of Colossians. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahushua Hamashiach, for in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. And you are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power. Spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. That's the deception. These people think that going to the prom is like, I kind of like that now. The deception of the prom is kind of like the deception they're throwing out. If you didn't go to the prom with a hot chick and look real good and dance good, and you weren't one of those popular people, and you had your back up, how did Michael Jackson say it? Got your back up on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. If you had your back up on the wall and you didn't want to get out there on the floor and shake it up, and your hair wasn't right and all that, all the problem was to you was the fact that you weren't part of the in crowd. That's part of this traditions of men. If you don't go to the prom, you're going to be ostracized because you're not in with the twist crowd. Vain deceit, traditions of men. That's these pagan holidays, traditions of men. St. Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. Christmas. Not his birthday. His birthday was in spring. Do you think think Yahushua would be born in the middle of death, winter, cold? He was about life. He was about the beginning of spring. He was about things springing forth. He was about flowers and sunshine and warmth. And he wasn't about cold and snow and ice and these fucking pagans, man. All right, I'm gonna close this one out and start over. I'm gonna go a little bit more into the deceptiveness, and deceitfulness of this devil, because that's basically the subject of the day. I mean, we could go into all the different manifestations of what he does, to what he does with our women, what he does with our children, what he does with the law system, what he does with putting the man down and the woman up, what he does with money, we could go into that. Those are always on the table. Those are how you learn where the law lies. What did Yahweh power tell us, and what does this man tell you? If this man's telling you, it's probably the exact opposite of what Yahweh power is supposed to be telling you. So, that being said, I'll be back and have a part 2 to this. I'm going to call it Dark Night of Deception, because as it gets darker and darker, the men of the Lord are going to shine brighter and brighter, and we're not going to be able to hide, but we're not going to have to hide, because these angels are going to protect us in these chariots. And I think that's why I saw the chariots this week. Yahweh Power was letting me know that Yahushai has got my back, so don't be afraid of these devils, and keep doing what I'm doing. Not everyone can do this. You should try it. Try and stand up for Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai. Even in your own heart, it's hard to do, even if you want to do it. So know that what I'm doing is courageous, and it's. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. See how that goes. But it's in my heart and spirit to do that. But let me see what I got. Time to go. 32 minutes. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll be back. Shalom, Israel. Kwam Yasharallah. We're rising.